Hey everybody, it's me again with Small Town Southern Wife. This morning we're making a big breakfast and I thought I'd share with y'all how I do my biscuits. Back years ago I used to make biscuits and I know they wasn't always that good, but TJ and Alan and Travis would eat them anyway. But lately I've got this little recipe and it seems to be a good recipe, so I thought I'd share it with y'all. And they're good honey glazed biscuits. So let me show you what you're going to need for this recipe. You'll need 1 stick of melted butter, and I just melted in the microwave. 3/4 can of evaporated milk. You can actually get any kind of evaporated milk. That's just the kind we have on hand. And you're going to need 2.5 cups of flour, self-rising flour. And then you're going to need the secret ingredient. You're going to need you some real honey to drizzle over the top of them when they come out of the oven and they're good and warm. So let me get this started and I'll show y'all. I'm going to turn you down where you can see how we do it and what makes it so easy to mix these biscuits up. So I'm going to turn you down and get you situated where you can see. Okay, so now I got y'all where you can see, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to mix it up. And right here I have my 2.5 cups of flour. And I'm just going to put my flour in the bowl. I'm going to go just pour it all in there because I measured it down already. That's 2.5 cups. And then I'll just set that to the side. And then once you got your 2.5 cups in your bowl, just take it, and take you a spoon and mix it up real good. Make sure you don't have any little lumps or hard pieces in flour. Sometimes you'll get that in your flour. And I just make me a little spot right there in the center. And then you add your evaporated milk. And then you just pour your butter in on top of that. And then you just take your spoon and just mix it up real good. And with these measurements, it uses up every bit of your flour. And using a big bowl like this helps too. That way you can get in there and mix it up good with your spoon. See how that all just comes together? And it gets all that extra flour off your bowl. And let me show you how I do when I lay it out and roll them out. Okay, and once you get this mixed up, what you do is just barely take you a little bit of flour and sprinkle it on your work surface, your counter or whatever you use. Just a tiny bit, it don't take much at all. And then take your biscuit mixture right here that you've got and just roll it out on top of that. And then how I do it is I just take my hands and give it a little toss once or twice and just pat it out till you get the thickness that you want. About like that's how I do it. And put you a little flour on your hand. Once you get it patted out, you're gonna take the way I do it is that glass that you had your melted butter in, take it and what tiny bits left in there and drizzle in your skillet. And that'll be how you grease your skillet to put your biscuits on. And then I use this same glass that I used to cut, melt my butter in to cut my biscuits. And then just start cutting them. See how easy that biscuit falls out of there with that little bit of butter? And I'm gonna take this little brush I got where I greased my iron skillet and just brush that little butter I had left in that glass. Where you melted that one stick. And then set this over here so y'all can see. And then I take my biscuits, just put one in the center, and just start packing them in your iron skillet. And then when you get to this section, you have to just take this little pieces back together and sort of just form you another piece of dough and flatten it out again a little bit. But see how that dough is so, it's not dry? From that stick of butter and that little bit of milk. Doing it that way, you don't wind up with dry biscuits. But now years ago, I did cook some dry biscuits. I think I'll get 2 more out of this piece of dough, not waste a bit of it. This last little piece, you can probably just roll it out with your hand, shape it, flatten it. And see, doing it this way, you don't waste a single piece of dough. And cram them all in there. They're a little, maybe a little squishy. But we got them all to fit. I'm gonna fix this one a little bit. She lost her shape. But there they are. And once you get your biscuits all mixed up, how I do it is I turn the oven on 450 and preheat it. And then once your oven preheats, you set your timer, and it only takes 9 minutes, and the biscuits will turn out good and the way you want them. Because I've tried it over and over, and 9 minutes is what you need. But preheat your oven at 450, and then stick them in there and set your timer as soon as you put them in there. So let's get that part done. Here they are. I'm fixing to put them in the oven. But that's what they turned out to look like. Okay, everybody, the biscuits are fixing to go off, and I'm going to get them out of the oven. There's the timer. And here they are. I wanted to show y'all how they come out. Now I'm gonna get you up just a little bit so y'all can see how you drizzle your honey over the top of them. Okay, now once your biscuits are good and hot and they just come out of the oven, you add this honey to the top of them while they're still warm. And it's so good you don't even have to add no jelly to them. It's hard to get this honey to come out. This right here will remind you, like when you was at your granny's house and she used to make Sunday morning breakfast for you. And then I'm going to take this and just rub the top of them just a little bit. Let me get y'all where y'all can see them close up. Ooh, don't those look good? All right, now I'm gonna let them sit there for a few minutes, and then I'm gonna put them in my Tupperware dish. And it has a lid that come with it. And this is a real old Tupperware dish we've had for years and years. But let them cool just a second so I can pick them up, then I'm gonna put them in there. Okay, now let's put them in this Tupperware dish that we got. See how they just lift right out of the iron skillet? They're still a little bit warm. See that glaze of honey on top of them? They're still hot. Oh, that one come open just a little bit. But look at there, how pretty. Honey biscuits. And then when you get through and you got sticky fingers, all you gotta do is lick your fingers and you got honey fingers. But there they are. Okay, y'all, I just wanted to share this with y'all, how easy and simple it is to make biscuits. Because back when I was younger, I had a lot of trouble making biscuits. So I wanted to share this with y'all so maybe it might help you. So if you want to give it a try them. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank y'all for watching.